My dear friends, my brothers and sisters, wherever you are, whatever burdens you carry, I want you to listen closely tonight. There are moments in life when the weight on your shoulders feels too heavy, when the road ahead seems too long, and when your heart is so weary that you wonder if you can take another step. Maybe you've been crying out for help, waiting for someone to see your pain, longing for a hand to lift you out of the darkness. Maybe you've shared your struggles with the world, hoping that someone, anyone, would understand. But instead of finding relief, you found silence. Instead of comfort, you met indifference. And now you sit there wondering if your voice even matters. But hear me when I say this. Your struggle is not the end of your story. Your suffering is not the final word. And you, my friend, are not alone. Tonight, I want to tell you something that might shake you, something that might go against everything you've been taught. Don't tell people your problems. Don't lay your burdens at the feet of those who will not carry them. Don't open your heart to those who only listen to reply, not to understand. Because the truth is, most people won't save you. Most people won't lift you up. Some will listen out of curiosity, others out of politeness, but very few will truly care. And I know what you're thinking. But I need someone. I need someone to hear me. I need someone to understand. Yes, you do, but you don't need just anyone. You need the right one. You need the one who knew you before you took your first breath, the one who saw every tear you would cry before you even opened your eyes. You need the one who doesn't just listen to your pain, but has the power to heal it. Because when you pour your heart out to people who cannot heal you, you will only end up emptier than before. How many times have you sat in a room full of people and still felt alone? How many times have you shared your heart only to have your words brushed aside like they were nothing? How many times have you hoped for someone to take your hand and say, "I'm here," only to be met with silence? My dear friend, you don't need more people who will listen. You need to rise above the need for their validation. You don't need to spill your pain across the world. You need to transform that pain into power. You don't need their sympathy. You need to walk with strength. I am not saying that your struggles don't matter. I am not saying that your battles are not real. I know they are real. I know that some nights you can't sleep because your mind won't stop racing. I know that some mornings you wake up feeling like you're drowning in a sea of worries, gasping for air, wondering if you'll ever be free. But I also know this. You are stronger than you think. You have more fight in you than you realize, and you have a purpose greater than your pain. There is something inside you that the world has tried to break. There is a fire in you that hardship has tried to extinguish. There is a destiny in you that pain has tried to bury. But hear me, no suffering, no rejection, no betrayal, no heartbreak can take away what is meant for you. No trial can erase the greatness that was placed inside of you before you were even born. You have a calling. You have a mission. You have a reason to keep going. You might ask, but what do I do with all this pain? What do I do when it's too much? And I tell you this. Don't waste it. Don't waste your suffering by giving it to people who cannot carry it. Don't waste your pain by throwing it into the world, hoping someone will pick it up and fix it for you. Take it, hold it in your hands, look it in the eyes and say, "You will not break me." Use it to become wiser. Use it to become stronger. Use it to become the person you were always meant to be. You see, my friend, your pain is not a prison. It is a fire. And fire has two choices. It can destroy or it can refine. Let it refine you. Let it burn away the weakness, the fear, the doubt. Let it shape you into someone who is unstoppable. Let it turn you into a force so strong that when the storms of life come, you will stand tall and say, "I will not be moved." I am speaking to the ones who feel like they have no one. I am speaking to the ones who have been let down, disappointed, abandoned. I am speaking to the ones who have cried in secret, who have fought silent battles, who have carried burdens that no one else sees. I am here to tell you, your pain is not the end. Your heartbreak is not the final chapter. You were made for more. You have to understand, people cannot always be your answer. People are limited. They have their own struggles, their own weaknesses, their own battles. But there is something inside you that is greater than every rejection, greater than every failure, greater than every tear you have cried. You have something in you that cannot be broken. And so I tell you, stand up. Stand up even when your knees are shaking. Stand up even when your heart is breaking. Stand up even when your mind tells you to give up. Because you are not weak, you are not defeated, you are not forgotten, you are rising. Don't tell people your problems, show them your victories. Don't tell people your struggles, show them your strength. Let your success be the answer to every doubt they ever had about you. Let your resilience be the response to every person who ever underestimated you. Let your rise be the proof that nothing can keep you down. My friend, the world is watching. They are waiting to see if you will crumble or if you will rise. They are waiting to see if you will let your struggles define you or if you will define your struggles. They are waiting to see if you will be another story of defeat or if you will be a testimony of triumph. And I know some days are hard. Some days you will feel like you have nothing left to give. Some days you will want to scream at the sky and ask, why me? But hear me when I say this. Every great warrior has been wounded. Every great champion has faced defeat. Every great leader has walked through fire, and yet they kept going. And so will you. So tonight, I am not here to tell you that your pain will magically disappear. I am not here to tell you that life will suddenly be easy. But I am here to tell you this. You are stronger than you know. You are braver than you feel. And you are destined for something far greater than you can see. So stop telling people your problems. Stop searching for sympathy. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you. Stand up, lift your head, and walk forward. Because you, my friend, were not made to stay broken. You were made to rise.